How can we rise above stagnation? Most of us feel totally stagnated, like we are not going towards our goal and things are just not moving. Oh my God, it's like the end of the world. Most of us have this complaint, and we tend to get into depression or the loop of negativity. This vicious circle is quite threatening to most people. When we become our own enemy, we think that things do not happen, nothing goes right for me. I have had this kind of life since my childhood. We have a number of complaints and we try to force things to start moving. And even though we are being very aggressive in getting things done in our favor, things at times do not end up getting our way. The I is so much that you think what you're doing is the best in the world. And this is the way it should happen. The stagnation happens because of I. Because your way of thinking is so overwhelming on the things that you like to manifest that you become your own impediment. You block your own path because of your I, because you have certain pattern of thinking and way of being which no one can help with. Even if people want to come to you and provide you help, you turn away from those people because it shatters you. It wants to awaken you about your own self, and you don't want to get awakened because you have certain dispositions to overcome. And because of that, it becomes so overwhelming on the things that you like to manifest that you become your own problem in your life, because you crave for attention, you crave for love, you crave for praise, adulation, you crave for it, you long for it. You survive on those feelings, being praised, being loved. There are people who would talk great about you. You crave for that attention. That is the problem, right? So what is happening here? You envelope your identity of I with the shallowness. And just to hide that, you have to prove yourself better. You are operating from a very low frequency. All the greatest minds in the world, they operate from privilege. It doesn't matter where you put them. They would still operate from that level only. That's how they operate. They never operate from the zone of lackness. If you operate from lackness, what you will display is I. That's all. Very simple. If you operate from inclusiveness of the entire cosmos, even the pain becomes absolute privilege. I have pain because there's something special about me. Other people were not ready to accept that level of pain. They were not given. So what happens when you start thinking like that? There's a shift in your consciousness. Here pain becomes exclusive for you, because majority of people were not entitled for that pain. Entitled, I'm saying. You are entitled one, because your path is very difficult, and that difficulty turns into blessing. So all the highest achievers in the world, they have a different programming altogether in their minds. They see opportunity in all miseries of life because they are resolute at resolving problems. They see opportunities right there where majority of people see problems and complain about. So here the set of situations become turmoil, upheaval. You cannot deal with it and you give up and you run away. But with the same level of challenges, here we have a person who is so grateful, because he does not have the I thing. He does not operate from lack. He does not operate from shallow. Those people who are shallow within, they will try to prove themselves to be the one in the world, or the greatest mind in the world. They know that they are part of the weave of divinity, and if they are not between the threads, they will be left out and their life will get disintegrated. but now they have to be with the thread of divinity. So that's why the people from the highest level of perspective, they are always grateful, because they know that nothing can happen as it is. Everything is so dependent on everything else. That expanded awareness makes them great. So there's just 2 points that you need to take away. First is I is the impediment. I becomes more important. So there is no possibility of change. Things become zigzag when the approach is right there. Second thing is why it happens, because they actually operate from lack, where there is a need to prove themselves to be the best. These 2 things are there. The person you have envisioned yourself to be like, you operate from that level at all times, no matter where you are right now at this point in time, no matter what your realities are, but you operate from that level. You may find people at times trying to put you off the track, but you don't have to partake in their doing. You can be still, and you can still operate from the person you have envisioned yourself to be. If you don't give up and be at it for about 6 months' time, things will start unraveling itself. You'll find your way. So these 3 messages, the first is I becomes the problem, the stumbling block. Second is why I becomes more important, because you operate from shallow. And thirdly, operate from the place which you have always envisioned yourself to be. How would you operate if you have achieved it? You conduct yourself in that way only at all time, no matter what happens outside, no matter where you are right now. If you take these 3 things into consideration, things will start unfolding for you in a most magical way, which you have not even imagined.